double check my hood real quick. If you're not feeling good or if you're uncomfortable, let me know so I can slow down or let up or get off.
It's okay.
Okay. Isn't that so much fun?
Yes.
It's like a drug.
Oh my god.
Shit.
Holy shit.
2 minutes. Blue group, 2 minutes to grid.
What's up?
Dude, it looks so good.
You love it?
Everything you've done.
I know, because you're an EF dude.
Dude,
Thanks.
the fog light and everything. I'm loving it, man. Whole different tarp, bro.
Had to. Thanks, brother. Oh, shit. You're good. I know. Dreaming.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you.
We're good.
Chris going off the track.
Did you?
Yeah.
You liked it?
Yes.
It's fun, right? It feels fucking good.
Does it?
Feels-
Yo, everyone's going hard today. What the fuck?
Feels
Everybody's-
good.
I need it.
I was like,
Lost control on. I can't do that drifting like in this corner.
really?
The guy who's the old man, he went off the track.
The Corvette? No, the Curve?
Like that? No, that little yellow one.
This one?
like, well, I guess you're not getting him. Like, I'm just gonna keep going then. Get out of the way.
Yeah, you're good. Just keep doing you, okay?
All right. Can you pass this through, Chelsea?
Here's a little bit of track footage with Jeff. Jeff made the trip down from Denver, Colorado, which was about an 11-hour drive in his 1988 CRX. We'd been communicating for the last couple of months, and he decided he wanted to come down and try out our first session. And here's a little bit of footage from inside his car and on his windshield. Hope you guys enjoy it. Let's do this.
All right. Can I show you a good time?
Hell yeah, dude.
I've been coming in this way. Is that fine?
Absolutely.
Okay. Do you want me to stop for him or?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Hell no. They're walking.
Go.
Hey, that's interesting. Your little setup.
Yeah, I found it's nicer to have that clamp
Yeah.
on there.
Okay.
And it works pretty well because the suction cups, like hit or miss, they actually.
Yeah. I just buy a bunch of those like those adhesives.
Oh yeah, and just stick them
Cool.
on.
Yeah. I do too.
Something was vibrating on this side.
I don't know.
Maybe.
It was rubbing my wheel, my tires.
Oh, okay.
Did you hear it around the
Yeah.
corner? Yeah, it's my tire rub.
Okay. Yeah, it's probably not easy fitting 245. Yeah, so I kind of sweep out here, but then I tuck back in again.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's faster or not.
They say no.
Oh, really?
They say no, but so that's why I stay wide to maintain speed.
Okay, for the straight.
Coming out, yeah. That little thing moves.
Yeah.
I love it. Oh, you got this shit. Woo! Hell yeah.
Now we're straight.
Yeah.
We're to 100 straight.
Yeah. Barely. You're on it, dude.
It's squirrely though. It wants to play.
Yeah, I can feel it, but it feels you're on like you're scrubbing tires, you're sliding across the track.
Yeah.
You're doing all this shit you should be doing.
Nice.
It's just your seat time.
Yeah. Yeah. The autocross I think really helps.
Absolutely, man. That's all it is.
It's just here going twice as fast as autocross.
And it's twice as fun.
Yeah.
Dude, you're fucking driving great. You get this little car movie in the single cam. I was like, fuck, dude. 90 miles an hour in a straight?
Yeah, I just want to scream.
Seriously. I love it. I was like, wow. I was like, I'm just going to enjoy the ride.
Yeah, I still don't know about that. If you want to keep it tight through
That
there.
curve
or push
straight?
that. Yeah, that third straight.
Yeah, you know what? It depends on your car though too. I've tried cutting in and it wasn't good for me. Like, I
Okay.
feel like it's slower. So now I kind of get stuck in my lines.
Right.
And then, like, I'll try something new and I realize I did slower. Like, I've actually done that at time attacks just to try it, and I'm like, no, it didn't work for me as well.
Yeah, I think the morning's like time to play around with lines
Absolutely.
and stuff, and then
And then the summer session, we can't really mess with anything. It's like, well, it's hot and the track is super hot.
Your tires are a little sticky, Jeffrey.
just a little bit. Oh
Those
man,
are
this
such
thing is
big
so much fun
rocks.
though.
Hell yeah.
Track and everything.
Hey, will you pop the hood? Excellent.
How was riding in that seat?
I love it. I was telling him he's on it.
Yeah.
He does a great job. Shit.
Pretty much just keep this thing planted the whole time.
Yes.
124.9.
Okay.
We used to have a class called.
No, 6 years old though. But still good.
It's really well up.
I'm over here telling everyone, oh yeah, how much pressure you should get.
I take care of this shit with my life, dude. Highway.
Sketch. Is there house in the CRX? And I was like, oh boy, what's this track? This was
Sliding around the back end.
Yeah. Well, actually, I flipped them. These tires are pretty old, so they had that's the camber wear from the inside.
Oh, so it wasn't sliding.
Alright guys, currently first place in Class A is Dominic Roach with a run 21. Let's see if he goes faster. Class A is Dominic Roach with a 121.333.
It's way late. I'm gonna post these up. I'm gonna get these up on the website for a while.
And today is March 31st, the day after Time Attack. First off, I just want to say thanks to all the friends that came out. Everyone lets me record video of their cars, footage, and just hanging out with everyone there. Ray for helping me get some of that footage of my car because I rarely get track footage of my car when I'm coming around, so really appreciated that. And then Jeff for coming down from Arizona, all the winters, of course, always being there. Grant, Pablo as well, and the white EK. A lot of fun hanging out with all the dudes today. And give you a small update on everything. First off, the engine mounts. Didn't matter. I still popped out of third gear about 3 times that day. Once, actually it did not happen during my Time Attack session, so that's fine. In that video, you may have seen me on the first lap, which was my slow lap. I was driving one-handed a lot because I had my right hand holding it when I was in third gear. I just wanted to make sure I got one solid clean lap. Fortunately, my second lap ended up being my fastest lap, and I was able to lay down a solid time of that lap, which actually set the record. So I was super pumped about that. I couldn't have been more excited. You know, it makes it feel like the stuff you work on, such as building the splitter, adding the wing, new wheels and tires. It definitely makes a difference. This time was another, I think, 0.3 faster, no, 0.4, because I ran a 120.7 last September. So I shaved off another 0.4 of a second, and I set the new record by 6/100ths of a second. So it's kind of crazy thinking that's all that separated the last record from the current record, but feels really good to set it. That was a goal of mine for a while. I wanted to try to be one of the quickest out there, and however long it lasts, whether it be 2 months, 2 years, 2 minutes, it's really cool to have been able to say that I set it and won first place that day. Now for the splitter, it held up perfectly fine, no issues. Nothing wrong with the heat here. I was checking it when I was out there. It did not even seem to get warm because there is a little bit of distance here. I don't have it like super close. It actually is separated from my header quite a bit. Little rock chips here and there, dirt. The only damage that it really suffered was on the front driver's side. I imagine there's 3 spots that I scratched this on, and I imagine they're all rumble strips. Either we have one part that's called the bus stop, we have another turn that's called the 111R, or coming out of the S's into the long straight. I think I may have been just scratching it there, scratched a little bit of the bolts and the hardware, but Not a big deal, and that's one of the issues of why I wanted to create a plywood splitter from the beginning. Inexpensive, I can see where it's going to take damage, how low I can go on it. And this isn't anything. I may just probably slap some paint on it again. That way, I'd like to be able to see if I take damage to it each and every time, because if I don't paint it, I won't be able to tell if I'm scratching this up again. Granted, the next time we're going in the opposite direction, so this corner will not be hitting the same areas at the same rate of speed or same angles. Now for the wheel and tire setup, I absolutely love the way that these feel for this season. Compared to the NTO ones I used from last year, these felt, it was a weird feeling. The NTO ones felt softer. These felt harder. I don't know if it had anything to do with just the fact that they were new, but they just seemed to be like a harder feel on track. It was almost like the sidewalls were stiffer. Maybe that is part of it. I don't know. But that's exactly how it felt in the car. It took me a little bit to get used to. Maybe after 1 or 2 sessions, I got a little bit more comfortable. But I think it goes that way regardless, because after taking 5 months off and getting back out there on the track, you seem to be a little bit more cautious just getting around track the first couple of laps. But after that, it pretty much felt back to normal again. The front feels a little different with the staggered setup. It obviously has a lot more grip than it did before. That was the most noticeable improvement for me. And 949's great, lightweight, love them. Anything that's going to be lightweight with the size I need, it doesn't necessarily matter. And I just loved the way that they looked. One thing that did happen on the front passenger wheel, see this scratch all the way around? This wheel slightly rubbed the knuckle. I'm going to link a video up here in the corner. About 2 years ago I bent that knuckle coming out of the S's before the long straight. There's a rumble strip on the right hand side. I was too far over. I dipped in and I ended up bending my knuckle. You could see it when I got off the track. My camber was in. And I straightened that knuckle out using my press, and I eyeballed it using a second knuckle I had so they looked similar. Had it aligned. It aligns perfectly, but obviously the bend is not essentially perfect, so it was catching just barely, and that is with the 5mm spacer. I'm going to go in there on the passenger side. I'm just going to grind a little bit of the knuckle off where this was catching, and I'm going to go to an 8mm spacer instead of the 5mm. That extra 3mm will be very, very small. Won't throw it off much, but I just want to make sure there is no rubbing whatsoever. After grinding it, I may just test it without the 8mm spacer, maybe just keep my 5. Either way, I'm going to make sure it doesn't rub there. And some more battle damage that happened is from one of Chris's wheels got bent on the inner lip. He was coming out of an area called the carousel, and it's the kink. On the left side of that kink, there is like 3 potholes, what seemed like. It's just missing areas of the portion of the track. He hit that, his car jumped up, and he didn't notice it. Unfortunately, he didn't catch it right then. Kept driving out the rest of the day, but it was potentially dangerous because if you look at these pictures I'm including, he ended up bending the inner lip of his wheel, and then his tire has a big bubble in it. Obviously it drove straight, still he couldn't tell there, but potentially dangerous if it would have popped while he was out there driving. Luckily his car doesn't make a ton of power, so he's not breaking any insane speeds going around some of these corners, but still, you never know. He could be going 40 miles an hour around a turn and him slide off, but luckily nothing happened. But just another example of what can happen out there at the track. And thanks for watching today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the track footage. And I appreciate all the support. Thanks for watching the videos and watching me get this car set up for the track. Hopefully I can get some more mods done to it in the future. But I have some other stuff I'd like to get done. Hopefully we get some of those videos on the channel soon. We'll see you guys next time.